I see what you're saying.
We are live! This time around, I think it's working. I hope it does. I am currently looking at my. Oh, it's working! Amazing! We got a guest! You can now present yourself.
Hello, one and all. My name is Jake. I have the username Jakester897, but you could just call me Jake if you want. I play Advance Wars and I make YouTube videos about math, video games, and other assorted subjects. And that's pretty much the long and short of it. That's about what you need to know about me.
This is good! So, I am currently sharing, that's why I look like someone that looked elsewhere. I'm currently sharing on the second screen. So, very happy to see you. Thank you for coming again. We are almost ready. I will share on the Discord. And then we will truly go into it. Here we are. I'm more focused now. So, let's refresh so it can work. Okay. Why did you pick Sasha? This is the big question we got.
Okay, yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. So I think, if I had to take a guess, Sasha's probably better on smaller maps where the difference in funds that she gets early on can really be put to good use quickly. The longer the game goes on, the lower the advantage becomes, like proportionally. So actually, for this map, which I would consider pretty large, I don't think Sasha is necessarily the best pick in Tier 1. However, from a perspective of how I'm personally trying to improve at this game, I've noticed that sometimes I tend to neglect paying attention to my and my opponent's CO power meters. And Sasha is a CO that forces you to pay attention to that. You have to do things in the right order. You have to attack, then use your power, then buy things in that order, or else you're usually playing suboptimally. And so I thought playing her would be a good exercise to, knock bad habits and improve that aspect of my play. So that's the only reason I picked her.
So, that was a very interesting intro. As of map format, I had a replay commentary with Go 7, and that was very funny because that was a Sasha mirror. And I had a great explanation on how she works and where she is good and where she is bad. And here, what he told me is when the map is above 20k, she becomes much better, and if it's below 20k, she becomes worse. So because this map has a lot of funds, Sasha is really strong. So it's not really about map size, it's more about the money each turn. But even, like, for example, if it's in this case 27, 28-ish building, she will almost be at like 30k. So this will place her in a better spot than most COs. I think in this map, the top picks are probably Hawk and Sasha. Sasha is actually a really good pick, but that's just me. I'm not a rated player, so maybe I'm wrong, but I think this map is really good for Sasha and kind of bad for Vombolt because it's too big and it will take Vombolt like forever to like reach the HQ, and the towers are really exposed, or I should say they are really contested. So Javier is really hard to play in this map. Now, Sturm is broken, he should not be part of Global League, but hey, he is there. So I think Sturm is broken in this map because Raycon are really helpful, and this is the kind of map you like to have like 3 Raycon because it's huge. So its Raycon are just busted. They can go everywhere they want, they can run away, they can do hit and run and stuff. So this map is really busted for Storm, but obviously when I play casual, I always ban Storm. I don't consider him at all tier 1. But yeah, Storm is so ridiculous in this map. And he can also break the map by jumping around the mountain, as you can see it, base to airport. So he has a chain character, or CO I should say, should not have. That's another reason to pick him. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's do this. I think you are in charge, are you?
I don't think I have mouse control, no.
It's possible.
Okay. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Now do I have mouse control? Seems like it. Okay, great. So, hold on a second. I'm not a fan of when the day counter shows up on the... Sorry, did I mess with your stream layout at all by scrolling there?
I don't know, I don't think so. No, that's fine.
Okay, we're good. Alright, so yeah, let's just jump into the game. I mean, Sasha is a CO you all should know and love. She gets extra income per property. Her power reduces the opponent's CO power meter per funds in your bank account. So the bigger your bank account, the more it reduces the power meter. And her super gives her money when she deals damage that turn. And I actually have no idea how good that super is. I've never successfully pulled it off in a game yet.
Her super is very underrated and underused because her power breaks the game. But I do think you can get good value if it's a turn you are sure you can do money. If it's not, hold your super instead of just using for infantry engagement, then if you use your super for infantry engagement, that's kind of terrible. But if you're smart about what you are doing, you can get really good value with the super. Now, all depends on the matchup. Mirrors, like Sasha Mirror, it's a really weird spot. You can rely more on the super, but it's also harder to get the super because obviously it's a Sasha mirror and you can deny the other player. But if you got the option getting the super, instead of like smashing power, the super is better than the power if you can get good engagement. But there again, you need good engagement. Like if you have like tanks, anti-air, or above said unit, like medium tank, unit tank, bombers, now it's really good because you will get good volume. And I tested it. It's just like Nintendo DS. When the enemy attacks you and your super is active, you get money. So this is a good thing. I remember experiencing it a few weeks ago. So yeah, her super is really underrated, but the reason to play Sasha is to spam power.
Okay, that's good to know. I don't really think it came up during this game. I mean, maybe you were saving for a super at some point.
Yeah, and
I didn't realize it.
And it's normal because it's a Sasha mirror.
You're right, yeah. It's like, oh, you can shut down your opponent's super, and then, you know, you're not using your super because you're using your power to shut down their super. So yeah. No one's getting their super off. Okay, so that's Sasha. Sasha mirrors, I guess. Maybe a quick note on those. Perhaps, are they a boring mirror, or are they, other than the interplay between powers? Like, I guess we'll get into this as we start the game. Let's just get moving here.
Mirror in general are shit. I really hate it, but hey, it's good practice, I guess.
I think Olaf mirrors I'm not a fan of. It feels like just a game of chicken. Who's gonna pop their power first? Olaf versus Drake kind of feels the same way.
Yeah.
So that's like a
But
pseudo mirror almost.
at least Drake versus Olaf, they do affect each other weather-wise, so at least there is
Right, that's
that.
true.
So Drake
Uh,
is just worse than Olaf because of the day-to-day, but even there, he can still win because Typhoon is kind of broken as much as Winter Fury. Because even if Snow is much worse, Rain actually affects Vision, and Rain affects tanks as well. So, since most games have tanks, then this happens.
right, yep. I would actually. That's an interesting challenge. You think someone could win a global league game without building a single tank?
No. No.
No, you just think it's outright impossible.
If you're Grit, maybe, but even Grit needs tank. Not that much, like he's the seal that need the less tanks, but you need tank.
That's an if you're an Advance Wars player and you're looking for a neat challenge to do, that might be an idea. Keep in mind. But anyway,
I recommend Grit. That's like the only seal I see being able to do that. I really don't see any other seal pulling that off.
it's a pretty good thought.
Maybe Stern because his recon are ridiculous. Yeah, maybe Stern. Stern.
Yeah, if you shut it down maybe early on.
If you
Perhaps.
see what is coming, you can have counter pick, and if you see a blob of tank, you just save for medium tank and stuff.
Oh yeah, true. All right, so I've taken the liberty of starting the game a little bit. There's nothing out of whack here. We both went for the base first thing.
Yep.
That is, I mean, with Sasha, maybe you could get away with taking a property first, and if you have a plan. But I didn't really have a plan.
In this map, it's sad because you don't really have the choice. Like sometime when they place a building before the base, it can be good to go for the building before the base. But in this map, there's no building before the base because you see, if you go for the building, another infantry will go for the base. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And the building is not in range of the base, so there's no real chain to do, and that's the other issue.
Yeah, maybe if this property led into a chain,
Yeah.
but it doesn't, so. You're sacking too much unit count for not a lot of gain. Okay. Did I click? Okay. Yeah, we're just building infantry for now. Oh, you built an APC.
Yeah.
I know. I remember you had built a couple transports this game. So yeah,
a good thing with
that actually makes
Sasha-
sense on this map. These properties are kind of farish away.
Yeah, but here's another thing with Sasha, especially in Mirror, she will need that boost in economy. Sasha is one of my favorite CO to have transport with because her whole thing is economy. So if you have transport with Sasha, then you will just speed up her day-to-day. And when it's a mirror match, it's even better. Because if you use your transport better than your opponent, then your day-to-day will affect much more your strats than the other player. So you see, I don't remember you having any transport. Maybe you had later in the game. But in early stage in the game, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one with transport, and you will see the economy gap early in the game like really fast because transport are really really good at Sasha. They're not the best transport, but as I said, it's to boost the economy, to speed up your capture game. So Sasha likes it because more money.
Yep, and more money means more power. Something I didn't pick up on though. I didn't start capturing this airport for some reason, and actually, I have a game I'm running right now against Confi, and I made the same mistake. I don't know why. My brain just does not like going to this, but
Yeah,
I am aware that it is a good idea to go for that sooner than I'm
and
doing it here.
it's worse if you are Sasha because you need that money.
Yeah, you're like losing more income
Yeah,
essentially.
you need that money. Oh, you
Okay,
actually
I go for it here.
you go for it.
Yeah, I think I had an opportunity to go for it a turn earlier, or maybe even 2 turns earlier. Um, but as long as I'm getting it now, it's not so bad. Okay, actually, interesting. Why'd you move the APC here in particular?
This infantry.
Ah, I see.
If I left this here, now of course I would boost a further infantry in the back, but my APC is losing spaces.
Yeah,
By
yeah,
placing
and
the APC there, my APC gains spaces.
right, you could drop off an infantry here. Then on the next turn, it can capture. Then you can load, and then yeah, you can leapfrog them there. So I would say that's pretty good use of your APC. You did not drop off the unit though. I don't know if you
There's
do
no
that
unit
later this
inside.
turn.
There's no unit inside.
Oh, okay. My bad. That makes
I don't know
sense.
why it has that symbol, but sometimes it has the symbol, but it's not loaded.
Yeah, I guess that was what was throwing me off is the symbol there. And we did both build tanks on the same turn. Our first tank.
No, I
No
built a
recon
tank
build.
one turn later than you, because I am player 2. The turn you had a tank, I had an APC.
Yeah, but you went second, so
Yeah.
it was the same day. I
Yeah.
think is what I meant. But
I think you're right.
yeah, that's actually an interesting point. Is like because of the extra infantry you have, it's not really clear where my turn ends and your turn begins. Which of us is playing first, even? Okay, I kind of go in this direction with my tank. I think I should probably just push over to the left, but it's not a huge problem if I go there, as long as my tank is doing something, has some sort of goal in mind. I'm not so sure about this APC movement here.
Me as well, but the infantry on the mountain will go for the other building on top. So I guess, yeah. Actually,
Yeah, I guess you get 2 buildings either way.
Looking back, I think I should have left it maybe. Actually, there's no great boost I can do.
Yeah, either way, both of your infantry
Maybe I
are
should
gonna.
have boosted toward this, but I also want that building.
Yeah. So if you drop off and then load and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I don't know. Maybe you could capture this earlier than you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But that's also risky because this is taking a gamble. You don't want to like stop me from getting the tower, and a lot of players do that. We will go back to that because I remember you doing it as well.
Ooh, foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Here you build a battle copter. That's
Now, here's the thing. It all goes back to my game against Go7. Unit count is essential with Sasha because that's why she is so good. She got more money. So if you got more money, then build more units.
that makes
So
sense to me.
this is why I went for Battlecopter as a second build. Now, is it great or bad or good? I think in this case it's justified because anyway next turn I will not have the money for that. So next turn I will probably go tank or anti-air. So right now that Battlecopter is the best build I could do.
Right, yeah, you get an extra unit count out of it. Okay, I'm hiding in the forest there. I don't know. Just both these are on my strong side. I should maybe consider building a tank on the weak side. Maybe I do. Yes, I do. Look at that. I go tank, infantry, artillery instead of building a copter. So my unit count is technically below yours.
Yeah, but it's
or at least
fun.
it will be next turn.
You have good use of money, so it's still fun.
Alright, lots of captures, moving forward. So that APC
Went in range of the infantry in the back, so I can use the infantry in the back further.
Yeah.
And I actually got more money than what I remembered. Are you still there?
Yeah, internet moment. You are also going for the... I don't want to call it... Wait, this is actually your weak side. You're sending your copter and 2 tanks there.
Yep, I like that approach. Send a lot of stuff in your weak side to surprise your opponent. They will not see it coming.
That's pretty true. I mean, if they're not prepared for it, you can just overwhelm them on their own strong side. And they're like, oh, it's my strong side. This will never go down.
But this only works early in the game. The longer the game will be, the worse the strat becomes.
Yeah, I can see that. Your opponent sort of sniffs out what's going on, and it's easier to adapt when you have more bases going in that direction. Okay. Recon, infantry. Yeah, I am very lacking in vision. You built a recon before me, so you were on the lookout for that.
Yeah.
And I still have 4K left over. I don't know if I was trying to save up for something or what.
That's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
Maybe you could have gotten a tank, but having 2 recon is still good because you will have vision on both sides of the map. So these 2 recon are still very good.
Yeah. Definitely. I think. Oh. Next turn, if I use all my money, I think it will have paid offs. I'm only storing that 4K for 1 turn. Oh wait, I don't have 4K left over. That was actually all my money somehow. Does that? Wait, that doesn't add up.
Yeah, there's a glitch.
I think there's a glitch.
No. Let's deal with that. We'll keep going.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to assume that there's 4K left over.
Yeah.
Oh no. Should we refresh here or keep going?
We already refreshed, so it was day 8.
Yeah.
And it's not the right account.
It was the second day 8. Wow, you have a massive number of accounts.
I have 9 accounts. And 10 account. One is not active.
Uh-oh, we got spoilers on the screen for
Yeah.
future replay commentaries.
Yeah.
Alright. It was day 8. The second day 8. Okay, we can actually see that if I buy 2 recons and an infantry with 13k left, I will have 4k left. Or wait, no, something still isn't adding up here. Regardless,
It will be
I think the
fine.
point is that I have money left, and yeah, I need to spend it next turn at the very least, ideally. I don't know if I actually end up doing that or not. You build an anti-air, which is probably good and safe. I'm not building any air units.
Because as I said, it will be a air unit fest.
Yeah, you're expecting them to go for some air units because unit count's important with Sasha. Okay. I got all sorts of captures going on here. Tank, tank, tank. Look at that. And I end up with a 400
turn.
left.
Juicy turn.
So yeah, I do end up spending all my money, and it's triple tanks. That's pretty good. Now you do have a copter, so right now I have absolutely nothing to deal with that. Anti-air, recon, infantry.
Air unit are really strong in that map, so I need to make sure I got at least one anti-air per front, because they're really good.
Right, yeah. And even if I don't build air units, you could wipe out some infantry.
Yeah.
So, very, very reasonable choice. Now you see this infantry capturing, a little thing to take note of there. Here I let my recon expose itself on the road. Potentially risky, but not a huge deal in this case.
No.
Now here...
Yeah.
Wow, that's something.
So, I will speak about that. At that point in the game, I thought I won. And here's the why. Tank, boom. Tank, boom. Or tank, boom. Tank, boom. I actually forgot what I do. Or maybe 1, 2. Yeah, this will be a slaughterhouse here. Now, I've seen that kind of opening a lot of times. It's not
Yeah,
good.
I got a little greedy there.
It's not good. This tower, you can contest it at some extent. You can delay it. But throwing 2 tanks for it, it's a really bad idea. And even there, if you throw 2 Raycons, I fought someone that threw 2 Raycons at me, and I resigned after that a few turns later for other reason. But this is really bad. To delay the tower is fine. If you stop completely the way you did, you need at least 1 infantry involved, because now you got 2 tanks, and tanks are really good. And they have a lot of value. So this is really bad. This is a really bad start. And I don't recommend anybody to do that.
Yeah. I mean...
If it's just infantries, it's not that bad. But at some point, the person that will do that will just lose the infantries. Because this is overextension as well. It's obvious I will have unit here. It's just crystal clear I will have unit here. So whatever that will go there, you should suspect or you should expect anything you send there to die. Now,
yeah,
if it's later in the game, it's fine if you have a dead ball in going. Later in the game, I was able a few times to secure my opponent tower because I had backup and I had good stuff, and that was more of a bait than a game plan. And that's the big difference. Because what you did here, you just gave away 2 things.
Yeah, even if I thought you didn't have units there, the fact that you could have had them means this was a very unnecessarily greedy play. You're going to get that tower eventually. There's no real sense in killing the infantry there. Even if I saw it, it's like, okay, they're down 1 infantry, but then your tanks are out in the open. Who knows what will happen to them? So yeah, I'm very surprised looking back that I even did that. Although I do stuff like that kind of often, so maybe it's not that shocking.
It's really not good. In some maps, it's fine. I say it's fine, but it's never amazing. It's not something I suggest.
No, if it were a tank I blew up, that would be one thing. But it was just an infantry. Not worth leaving things exposed like that. I do finally build a battlecopter, so that's coming. But you have plenty of things prepared to take care of it.
Yep.
So let's see. Yeah, you got the... Okay. And then you leave the other tank at, like, what, half health? Yeah. Oh, even less than that. And I can't even escape. And on this side, you don't really have much for your infantry to back them up yet. However, that's not the side I decided to plow through on, so you're not being punished for it. Okay. You also build copter tank double infantry.
Yep.
I think. Are we making the same amount? We're making about the same amount. That makes sense. Yep. Okay. Here, I do another...
Okay.
I do a bunch of very greedy stuff all at the same time.
Why? I need some
yeah.
explanation there. When
I don't know, I guess...
I was like, what is going on? He gave me 2 tanks, now he's giving me an infantry.
I suppose, out of sight, out of mind. Look. There's no infantry in my vision, so I'm like, oh, free property.
Wow.
I don't know. I guess I didn't piece together that you would probably have this by now. So when I saw it, it looked gray on my screen. So I'm like, hey, is this one of the properties I can't get yet, or is this like past the line? And it turns out, yes, it was past the line. Now I do reduce your unit count by 1, so that's at least good. But yeah, this infantry did not need to go here.
Free infantry time!
Yeah. Okay, I stopped the capture. You're left alive on 1. That's never a great sign. Now here, I'm kind of playing a bit more cautiously with my tanks. I think I'm out of your vision. Yeah. Oh wait, no, you have this recon right here, seeing everything. You see one of the tanks anyway. This one's still hidden. Also huge artillery in the forest. I think this comes up next turn.
Yep.
We go tank, battlecopter, infantry.
Yeah.
I'm building stuff.
That's a very good turn for you.
Yep. Well, other than this guy right here.
That infantry, man. That infantry. He wanted to die. He was like, man, life is sad. Let's die.
Hey, you get a first strike on that tank, but key here is the infantry are blocking you from having a good angle on it
Yeah.
to hit with either of these two tanks, so it stays alive, I believe. Unless you... Okay, never mind. You blow a hole through my tattered infantry wall anyway.
Yeah.
You kill that tank off too. Yikes. Wait, this is a... You activate the power. Normally I move all of my units before activating the power because I'm like worried I'm gonna miss one, but yeah, you moved all the ones that could battle already, so that makes sense. And you do not move this battlecopter before going on to your next turn.
There's a
a glitch? Okay. This is a super glitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or actually, no, I shoot the pipe. I wanted to clear both pipe.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, clearing that pipe is actually it's something I neglect to do often in not only this map but other maps with pipes.
The pipe in the bottom allows air unit to front shift faster, and the top one is for the ground unit.
The top one's for ground units, the bottom is for front shifting.
The air unit.
You see, okay, yeah, I can see that, yeah.
This one is for the air units. Mm-hmm. If you place this there, you have choice. Either you go there, or you go there.
Right.
This one is for this to reach that faster.
Okay, I think later on I break the wrong pipe seam in this match. But, you know... I got to it eventually, so that's some progress, I suppose. Now, I need... What is the movement range on this? Can this attack? No, right?
There's 2 forests. I cannot reach you. And that's why I think Sturm is kind of broken. He doesn't care. Sturm could be able to shoot you down.
Yeah, this was a riskier positioning.
Yeah, it was really risky.
I could have just stayed on this side. I guess I was worried if you had something in the forest, but...
If I had built my tank here, my tank would be there, I think. And I would be able to reach you. But because I built my tank here, I was slowed down. So looking back, making that tank there was a mistake. But I think I did it because I wasn't sure if I wanted to send it up there or down here. And I sent it down here because I realized you had a lot of stuff, and I was like, if I don't do nothing about that, you may take over my HQ. So that's
I think...
But I should have built my tank here instead.
I think your move made sense, but it turns out, coincidentally, I didn't get punished for this when it was risky. But, you know, that'll happen in a game. In practice, so... Okay, I'm just slowly guiding some tanks over this way. Got some tanks on my strong side too, coming, of course. This infantry is gonna die.
You know I got that battlecopter, why did you stick here?
You don't see it from my perspective, at least. I don't see a way you could see it. So I was yeah, that's fine.
But I got an anti-air, so if you shoot my battlecopter, I will kill your copter as well. So it's
That's very true.
It's not really good. It's not the best place.
Yeah, maybe. Well, your anti-air can't reach, can it? No.
If you
it's barely out of range.
If you attack my copter, yes.
That's true. I think
if my copter stays there, I will just obliterate any ground unit in the area.
I think if I do confront your copter with my copter, I would have a plan to deal with the anti-air too. So I'm not just gonna attack it willy-nilly like that. I'm gonna sort of play a bit smart with this. But as long as you don't See, oh, I got trapped here on Forge. Okay, tank, battlecopter infantry yet again.
So you had
think
that
you-
building in the corner and you wanted the other one? That's greedy as hell! You already had
I
this
guess so.
one,
I mean,
and you go here! Oh my, bro. Okay.
yeah, you know, sometimes I just want an advantage, and I'm gonna try to keep that advantage. That's kind of sometimes my game plan. So if I can get both those properties, then I'm gonna be up on income, and then eventually, that's winning. But I understand what you're saying. There's no reason to push it when I don't have plenty of resources up there to stop any counterplay.
So these slaughterhouses there, your infantry
Yeah.
will vanish. They won't
Very
be like,
true.
yo!
You're definitely correct there. Yeah, I do play very wild. You pick off that tank, not bad. Okay.
I think this was a major mistake for me. I had no visual, I could not know that, but that anti-air should be around to zone out stuff. And
Yeah,
here I used it to kill stuff, and that was a really bad play from my side. It was actually awful.
Yeah, kind of. If I just attack your copter with my copter now,
Yeah, it will be fine.
after blasting that anti-air, I'm fine. And actually, I feel like you could have taken out an infantry that wasn't in range of this anti-air.
Yeah.
Or this artillery, excuse me, right? I guess not really. Yeah, you just want to kill something, I suppose.
Oh my.
And that's fine.
My anti-air use this game is awful.
Oh yeah, another very risky.
Yeah. Now I imitate you. I try to steal one of your building with no backup.
Well, I mean, I have less defending that city, but yeah, same sort of idea, similar style there.
Sasha's soldier don't care. They don't care. They just go there and they do their stuff.
Exactly, you got to get that money.
Colin
Get
2.0.
trapped. Yeah, well, Colin doesn't need money. He just gets everything handed to him. Here you abandon the pipes. I guess your tanks are running low on health.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. That's not like as high of a priority. Okay. Now you have this giving you vision of the. Hold on, I'm gonna. Damn, I wish you could rewind to the end of the last turn instead of having to go through the whole thing. That'd be a great feature to have, in my opinion. Advanced Wars by web developers, if you're watching this. Okay. And what's funny is all I want to do is see the vision range of your recon. So I had to do all this nonsense to do that. Okay. It can see both my tanks.
No, there's one in the.
Oh, actually, yeah, but the infantry
Yeah.
is next to it. So, actually, it doesn't really give you any new information, because these units are all visible to that infantry. I guess if I take away that infantry, then you're not going to have anything. But all right, here I fire on your anti-air. Then I fire on your copter, which I forget how that even got damaged, but it was weaker than a 10 out of 10 health. Blow that up. Here I let you get this capture, I think.
Yeah.
Copter down, anti-air down, Now this tank is still vulnerable to this tank, but I
Losing
have an
the
artillery.
anti-air in the top and bottom part was really big, and I think this cost me the game. But let's still keep going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would say
that's what cost me
that's
the game.
true. You made a very audacious plays with those anti-airs. I guess I don't know. Did it enter your mind at all that I didn't really seem to have any copters, so it was okay to play a bit looser with them, or do you not know what you were thinking?
Maybe I was like, will he really build copters? I only see tanks. So I'm
Yeah,
assuming you're right on that. Probably I thought there was no air threats, but I should have thought better of that.
yeah. They were just delayed. They're still coming though. Um, but okay, so I build a medium tank, artillery, and infantry. You built a medium tank like 2 turns ago, so you're ahead of me on tech. Um, However, I think our medium tanks, are going to opposite ends of the map,
Yeah.
and so I'm not really going to be able to directly contest yours. Here, you see my artillery
Here again,
at
I did
last.
another mistake. I should have go elsewhere. I was clearly losing on that side of the map. So
Oh, you go for this capture.
yeah, but
Yeah.
not just that, the tank attacking your tank. I was clearly losing that side of the map, so I should have just backed up my tanks and go elsewhere or waiting to reinforce. Staying there only like cannot great position was bad. So yeah, that really hurt me a lot that turn.
Mm-hmm. Here, I don't get this capture in the center, and I don't have any like infantry heading this way, so you're actually gonna end up with an income advantage. You actually have one right now.
Yeah,
Um, Wait, where is that coming from?
I stole one of your
Oh,
building. I have both building in the center, and one of the two should be yours.
yes, that is okay. Yes. Ooh, taking out that tank, devastating.
So I guess I'm doing well for someone that is losing that front, but it's still very bad. I poorly played on that front.
Yeah, and it is your weak side, so
Yeah.
if you're gonna make moves like this, at least let it be on your strong side that you can reinforce faster. By the way, if I'm using strong side, weak side vocabulary more than you're used to, it's because I had a discussion with another player about this. So,
That's fine.
uh,
That's
yeah,
fine. I had many over replays with countbike. So that's
yeah. I mean, I would hope we're both getting as much knowledge from other players as we can
yeah.
and discussing the game. That's the type of energy I like to see. Okay, so I feel like there's still going to be a lot of damage going this turn.
Yeah.
I mean,
You win. This is the
yeah, I
turn.
see all sorts of stuff, and I have the stuff to destroy it all. So, bam, bam. Okay, does this go down? No, not quite, but I can cherry tap it with an infantry.
Now I know how dangerous you are. I underestimated you, to be honest, because we had many games, and
Yeah, and
at that point I won most of them, but then I lost this one and I lost the other one we covered this week.
yes.
So I was like, okay, now things are serious. I can actually lose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's easy to get lazy if you just keep beating someone.
Yeah.
Kind of.
No, that was a
Ow.
really good turn for you.
Yeah, I think this decision to, instead of taking out one battlecopter, damage both of them a lot was
That was
pretty
great.
good. Yeah. And yeah, you have nothing with any substantial health to contest anything over here left. So I would say that skirmish right there was a pretty convincing. Having a bunch of tanks down here also that I am preserving as best I can is also helping. So I'm not even losing on this front, really. I mean, you do have a medium tank coming in, but
You got a battle.
I have a copter, and I have a medium tank on my own in several turns.
Yeah.
So. Here's some of my infantry.
I didn't use my super because I didn't start in my turn with the super, so that's why.
Oh yeah, you want to get as much
value
out of that as possible. Taking out my vision.
Sasha is the only seal where I will tell people, look, use your super at the start of your turn. Usually I like to use my power in super mid-turn to late turn, depending on which seal I got, but Sasha is the only seal where you need to pop it at the start of your turn.
Now, this capture right here,
very bald.
Yeah, I mean, you do have a medium tank. I think probably, like, if you just steamroll all my small tanks with your medium tank, this is a sensible idea. Like,
yeah.
I either have to deal with your medium tank or I have to stop this capture. You don't know that I have enough to do both.
Yeah.
So I think that's a pretty sensible move. It doesn't pay off in practice, unfortunately. At least I think. I don't know. Maybe I let you have this capture.
Having both towers doesn't mean you win, except if you're Javier.
Yeah, that's true. Anti-air, battlecopter, anti-air, recon. Building a lot of anti-air. I guess the presence of my copters has been
the biggest reason why I got so many anti-air is I was stupid and I lost my other anti-air for infantries. So that's why.
Yeah. Gotta have something for the skies. Although you do have your own battle copters, so you could, if you get a first strike, win air supremacy in that way too. That artillery getting some additional value. That's nice. Okay. Yeah, this stuff was guess my copter didn't make it through this battle.
Now I got two questions. Why I didn't use my power, and since I didn't use my power, why didn't you use your super?
It's a fantastic question.
There's so many things wrong right now. Oh wow. What was that game?
Yeah, I don't... Dude, that's a great point. I had a super and I didn't even use it for no apparent reason.
The true question is, how Sasha get out her super in the mirror match while both players has their method charge? Oh my.
Huh. Oh, now I see why I did that. The fact that this recon is alive really damaged my psyche. I was really upset about this. I remember. I do use my regular power, and now no more super for you. I have a nice stack going on here. Little 2-scoop tank sandwich.
Yeah.
I also built a bomber. Now, very funny. This bomber doesn't end up. Well, actually, I'll let the audience see. Okay, so do solid damage to this tank, and then you take it out. You have an anti-air coming up if I try some shenanigans with my battlecopter. So actually, depending on what happens here, I could end up losing if I'm not careful on that front. And then you also have a bunch of captures going on. You have a potential. You have an income lead already, and you might even widen it, depending on what happens. This is maybe a case of bad luck. Your copter is right in vision of my tank, and I could see it and get a first strike on it.
I was actually worried you would go get that building, so I was like, oh, I don't want that to happen.
Yeah, and that's a pretty reasonable fear, I think. It's like the definition of a contested property right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, your capture game is very strong for this point in the game, honestly.
Yeah.
And mine is weak. This gray property right here, I still haven't touched. This gray one here, I still hadn't touched. So you're not even stealing this. You're just
this one should be mine. You just denied it to me.
Oh, that's true.
So that's normal, but that should be mine. But you did good to like pressure me there, because most of my troops were there, and I did a lot of stupid stuff there. But yeah, this building should be mine.
Yeah, this one was supposed to be mine, so
yeah,
you would have been stealing it, but I was slow to capture there. You kept denying it as well. There were some infantry skirmishes in the center. Here you build another medium tank, copter into infantry. I think that is totally fine. Makes sense. Your copters are coming to the top in massive quantities, I imagine.
Yeah.
And then the medium tank is going to clean up the bottom alongside this anti-air for that copter. Okay, taking out your vision. Okay, I don't know how much. Oh, this did 6 damage. Okay, and that's taken out now. Okay, now here's where I do something very heroic. Is battlecopter blast that medium tank. Tank blast the medium tank. Tank blast the other tank, and then with this 4 HP small tank, can I defeat this medium tank? No, is the answer.
That guy
now,
is a warrior. He survived everything.
He really did, dude. Now, thankfully, you're not really gaining any extra vision by your medium tank being alive here. So I don't really mind that it's stuck.
But yeah, right now my army is collapsing. My only advantage
In between all my troops at the moment. However, that is
my only advantage in the bottom is
quite a little deep there. That it survived 5 attacks. True. Also, I don't know if you noticed, my medium tank has not been making its way down here. My medium tank has been destroying this top pipe seam for no real reason.
And you have the bomber in the back.
Yes, that is also true. I think I start to move it this turn. And I go for this front because I only have, 3 tanks left and a battlecopter that will maybe die soon. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to have something hold the fort down while I roll over this side. At this point, I am realizing that I'm winning on this front.
You're
it's
winning
very obvious.
Everywhere.
Yes, but that that victory could collapse if I let something funny happen on this
Yeah.
side. So, having a bomber there helps. Oh, I end up actually taking out this pipe seam. I think I did a medium tank and then an artillery last turn, and then this turn I did the artillery blast. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Here I activate market crash, build medium tank, battlecopter to infantry. Same sort of build you've been doing. So yeah, let's take stock. You have an income lead. I have a big unit value lead and a unit count lead. And I have more, I would say more map
it's been
control.
Updated. Let's go to my turn. I want to see if it's been updated. Oh,
Okay.
it was. So yeah, at that point you won the game. So we can
Yeah,
already
this is,
move to day 20. I didn't resign before that because I could not believe I was losing this game. So you can already move to day 20.
Yeah, let's see. You do have battlecopters coming in. I think I kind of smartly maneuver my anti-air in such a way to take care of all of them. But yeah, let's see how this proceeds. Notice my bomber has not done anything yet. Don't worry, that's not going to change anytime soon. Yeah, you have stuff. Again, you're sending scraps over onto this side, but I have everything I need to take care of it. And over here, you do have some infantry raring to capture something of mine, but I feel like it's not enough to...
No.
Yeah, look at whatever's going on over here. That is pretty sharp. Now notice, my bomber moved back.
Why?
It was here, and then I moved it over here. I don't know why.
To kill the APC. You wanted to kill the APC.
Not all game. I think I killed the APC with tank and artillery. I believe. This did not fire, right? It starts with 9 rounds, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. But hey, the fact that I have the bomber here means that if you do decide to swing in a medium tank or two, I have something to deal with it. However, I actually changed fronts with this bomber. I'm kind of drifting over to the top side with it now, abandoning my previous plan. So...
And now we got a 10-unit gap, which is kind of big.
Now, on this turn, I think I was playing a little feisty here, and I got caught up. And actually, I think you have the means to wipe out all that stuff right there. Oh no, I kind of break out. I escape with this medium tank escaped with its life. This artillery is gonna die, but I think it got a last shot off. And I start capturing this corner property. This is where I feel like you knew.
Yeah. I knew it for a few turns, as I said, but I didn't want to accept it. But when I've seen you capping that building, the corner, I was like, oh, it's time. It's time.
Yeah, you do have a Neo tank here. And by the way, my bomber has moved back to this front again.
How many rounds it has? 9. That bomber was just chilling there in case.
Yeah, dude, at some point I was worried this bomber's gonna run out of fuel before getting a single shot off. I need to do something with it.
Best bomber ever, guys. This is how we use bombers.
Yeah. And then why did I bring it more towards the center? I guess I wiped out all your stuff. So I was like, sure, let me bring it over here. Now here's, I imagine, where you resigned.
Yeah, this is why you can't move to next turn. There's no next turn.
Right, okay. Wow, what a journey. So, okay. That kill-death ratio is just kind of a consequence of what happened. But I think the theme going on in this game is that I got my copters after you did, and before I got any copters, I was pumping out tanks like crazy.
Yeah.
So what we had here is you got a couple tanks and a couple of battle copters. I had all tanks. I had the tank number advantage. And then you started building anti-airs, but the anti-airs came before my copters started coming, but while my tanks were on the front lines. And naturally, my tanks have an advantage against your anti-airs, and so they were able to take out the anti-airs, and then my copters came right after and started wreaking havoc. And I think that irresponsible use of your anti-airs is the losing play there. But yeah, no, that was a fun game to go over, and I'm very reassured that I'm starting to win occasionally against you. That shows me that I'm improving, even if some of your moves are either due to some of my moves are suspicious too. So we're gonna be trading suspicious moves back and forth all the time. Yeah.
That bomber, man. Best bomber ever.
Yeah, this bomber had quite a journey, and it never ended up firing. Very sad.
Oh my. So, is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, I guess check out my YouTube and sub if you would like to. I haven't uploaded in a month now, but I do have something. As soon as I get the opportunity to record, I will. All right, I promise, guys.
Any teaser?
Well, at the end of my last video, I said the next video is going to be about math, and that is still true. It is about math, so that's that's all I am willing to say. Actually, I'm willing to say a little more than that. It's about geometry specifically.
That's good.
After that, my plan is to alternate between math and gaming every video.
Okay.
So that's kind of what's coming from me. And if anyone wants to play a game of Advance Wars by web, just add me on Multi-Topic Talks Discord. I'm in there. You could just message me. I take messages from strangers. I don't mind. I'm nice. I don't bite. And you could just send me a game link, and I will literally start playing with you for no reason at all. So
that's very good. Thank you again for coming. That was very fun. Everyone, like, comment, and subscribe to Jakester, and I wish you all a great day or night. I think we will end for today.